Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael Stoll, Turtle 13 King, and welcome to another episode of KSP Career Mode. Right now, all that's happening is a sped-up version of recovering the science that we earned in the last episode with Science Scoop 2. And so we're just coming into an orbit, and we are burning west, I believe. Yes, I think we're burning west, and the reason for that is the moon orbits in an easterly direction, and so we want to burn west to counteract that velocity and therefore eventually return to Kerbin by lowering our total orbital and kinetic energy. So I was really low on fuel from that burn, and I thought I wasn't going to make it, but I did, because I just time accelerated out to my apoapsis, where you're basically, the further out you go, the more change in an orbit you can get, because you have such little momentum and energy that changes, say, if at the bottom I'm going 3,200 meters per second, at the top I could only be going 40, and so to completely flip around your orbit, you would only have to go 80 meters per second instead of 6,400. So yeah, basically though, I did the burn, and with 2 fuel to spare, I re-entered, trying to keep that solar panel open as long as possible, just so we didn't die. And you'll see me open them up again in the atmosphere. By the way, this is the only voiceover in the video. I will rejoin you with old me as soon as this thing has landed. So yeah, just trying to give you a good intro. So I said I was going to recover it, but it took a little while. So yeah, coming down, open up the solar panels. Back to you, old me. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of KSP Career Mode. Today, we will be flying our first ever plane in this save, and, as you may have already seen, I returned Science Scoop 2 in time acceleration and voiceover mode, I presume. Yeah, that was close. Oh my goodness, jeez, that was incredibly close. 2 units of fuel left, so incredibly happy with that. And, another thing we're going to be trying to do with this plane, since it cost about 13,500 credits, is we're going to test out some antennae, see what we can do, or if there's any point in actually putting these on over this. And we're going to get some valuable data, and check out a monolith and the island KSC. So, without any further ado, we're going to throttle up and unhook the brakes, and then we're going to do the space thing that launches everything in a spacey space way. And let's test out the takey off thing, completely untested plane, so... Oh wow, okay. Well yes, it indeed does fly. Quite well, actually. Oh good. That saves us the trouble of having to explode it or try and land it again. Well, we are going to try and land it again, obviously, because... well... we wouldn't want to be doing science in the air all the time, would we? I mean, that just... yeah. Okay, so, speaking of flying well, the craft is shaking itself apart violently when I turn left. Other than that... oh, let's take a first reading over the oceans. The goo jiggles and wobbles as the craft flies. Yeah, okay, I'll keep that. And... oh, when we get to the island KSC, I would like to do a test by taking a material bay and transmit that, and oh crap, actually we're going to take 2 different goo samples over the ocean. It's in the name of science. So what's that there? It appears one of these antennae is actually better because there's a dark blue area. I'm not sure if you can see that. There's a dark blue area that isn't quite highlighted, so I think we might even be able to transmit using this. I'm not quite sure which one is in fact better though, so we're gonna have to find that one out. We're good on intake air with our 1 air intake there, and God, that almost was rhymey. So you can see my makeshift ladder, because we don't actually have one of the Tesla's bay crew mobility enhancers, so we're going to have to make we're going to have to make do with what we have. This craft is incredibly quick, if I do say so myself. It's going almost 300 meters per second, which is not good, because we want to land it, so... yeah, I'm going to try and kind of slalom some of our velocity off here, just through drag. Oh, never mind, we seem to be fine. Hopefully we get a good glide. Hopefully this thing has a good glide slope at low velocity. We don't need a great one, but I would like to be able to pull up in case we misjudge this slightly. Which, seeing as we've only got one shot for things, is more than likely. That's Sod's law, in fact, even. I cannot speak today, guys. I'm sure it's more entertaining to listen to, but, it's... oh god, I feel like a nervous wreck. Here we go, opening these gears. I have no idea if this ladder system will work, so we may have to actually stage a rescue mission if this does not. Or just manually lower some gears. I'm not sure if we can do that, though. We may have to get a professional gear lowerer to come and lower the gears for us, you know. Just in case. Let's do one thing, actually. Let's turn brakes off. We probably should have disabled the front brakes, just because it's a three-wheeled plane, and I'm kind of concerned about... oh god, this glide slope's really good, actually. I'm kind of concerned about what's going to happen when it does hit the ground. So we're going to have to judge this, flare up the nose slightly, and boom, we're down. So, it seems to be fairly stable, actually. And if I unlock steering, turn my brakes off. Nah, you know what? Let's just leave it here. And let's go and check out... oh, first, let's do a crew report. 1.5 science. May as well transmit that. So it looks as though that is the one that is transmitting automatically. So perhaps that's the preferable one? I have no idea, guys. I'm just making this up. No, not crew report. No, research experiment. I want him to get out. Good old Jeb. Come on, ladder system. Oh, okay, so I can... in fact... can we... it's not looking good. Okay, well, that's for another time, I guess. We're gonna have to figure out how to get back in there when the time comes. For now, let's go and check out the Mark 1 cockpit from the older versions of KSP. Let's pay our respects, let's plant a flag and say a few words, you know. So you can see here, the old... this used to be 1 meter as well, so they've scaled it up for realism. But an old, rusty Mark 1 cockpit. And some LVT-30s and a half-size fuel tank. I think it's a 400 fuel tank. So, and these are all before the retexture. So if I can, in fact, climb this... yes. We can plant a flag on top of it. How cool is that? Right, so, opening up the glorious banner. We'll say, in memory of Mark, the good old days. Why? How did the flag... I'm sorry about this, I can't really type very well when I talk. How did the flag puncture the reinforced steel? The reinforced hull. There we are. So, let's see if we can actually... let's see what a surface sample... you scooped up a sample of the surface. It has a very humid sample. You hope the equipment has been properly waterproofed. Oh, okay. I was hoping for... oh, wait. No, damn it. Let's do an EVA report. Oh, come on. I was really hoping that there would be something to do specifically with that. Never mind. But, yeah. Let's try and get up to this. Top of the control tower. And we'll do an EVA report. I think we're gonna have to speed this up. Just... nah, it's fine. Well, you ready? And... yeah. Get ready for a sped up version of me climbing a staircase. Okay, and we've made it to the top after much climbing, and let's get out of that mode. It's a little bit abandoned in here, actually. Why don't we have a control tower anyway? That's strange. I mean, I suppose we kind of do on the SPH, but little bits of grass growing up here. There's some windows that aren't actually windows. Is that staircase? What do we do if we do an EVA report here? Yeah, over right. Oh. Takes off assemble again. Oh, come on. I was really... No. What a shame. Sorry about that, guys. Well, let's walk. At least we can do this. We are flying Malfi Kerman, the guy that we rescued from mean old Kerbin. So let's do this. Let's hope you survive, Malfi. Whee! Yep, he's not dead. Good. For a second there, I thought, you know, maybe that was a bad idea. And I'm sure it was a bad idea, because now he has to go and fly precision machinery with probably a very bad concussion. Nonetheless, let's get in the plane again. Come on, Malfi. Let's figure out how you're going to do this. Oh, never mind. It's Jebediah. Sorry about that. I thought I selected Malfi in the SPH. Never mind. Jebediah has somehow forced his way back into the air, using his infinite skills and probably some bribes. Shame on you, Jebediah. You know you have to be more patient like this. So yeah, we were trying to kind of protect him from the perils of space, and that's not really that unrealistic, because oh come on, all the great space heroes in real life were almost not allowed to go back into space because they were so I don't want to say valuable, but it's so historically, you know, important. That, for example, Yuri Gagarin, the first man in space, was not allowed to go back because of his importance, and they didn't want to lose him in space. Unfortunately, their efforts were all in vain. Yes, and we're on here. Their efforts were all in vain because he tragically died. I think it was a few years later in a fighter pilot training. And, oh god, everything's gotten really wet. One of the samples caught fire. Whoa! Oops. And he actually died. He was extremely young. I think he was only in his 30s when he died. First man in space. It's almost ironic that he could fly such a dangerous spacecraft and then die in training. Or practically just practice flying. So, take off our nimble plane. I don't really have a good name for this yet. If anyone would like to send in a name for this plane, I think it's currently just called let's have a look, Kerbol Mark 1, which was, and I mean, it makes it sound like this massive mobile processing lab, and well, it's not. If anyone who's actually laid eyes on this craft knows that it's not a giant mobile processing lab. In fact, we are all out of spaces to recover some data. So yeah, I need a better name, guys, so anyone who thinks they can come up with a good name, I will use, and I'm sure we will be using this craft, or at least another. This is Mark 1, so anyone will name the series of this craft, so all planes from now on will have this name. So whoever wants to have the pathetic honor, well, I say pathetic honor, not, yeah, long story short, give me a name, please. Let's see if it can handle 2 times time warp without shaking itself apart. Okay, how about 3? Nope, can't do 3. Cannot do 3. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's because we're using... let me turn off roll and pitch for that, so hopefully it won't be as weird. And let's turn yaw off for these, so they're not being weird. A little bit better. Let me see this. Yeah, it's amazingly stable. You don't even see it. You don't see it moving, do you? No? The viewers at home? Or wherever you are, because... Okay, here we are. Let's do our little... let's try and slalom down using some drag here. See, the reason that I would like to use this is what we can actually do with this craft is just park it on the side of the runway, and then we can go and fly it later if we want to check something out, because we are still on a pretty much 90% fuel. So yeah, the 85%, 90% fuel. So this craft has great endurance, and therefore I think should be a pretty almost reusable craft, in that not only can we recover all the crap once we're done with it, but we should try and think about just parking it and then flying it again when we find the need. So recover like Jeb and whatnot, see if we can take his samples with him, take all the data, so that this craft is actually if we can take the data, we might be able to reuse these sample base. We'll have to try that once this mission's done. Coming in now. Would like a closer landing than that. That was a bit of a weird pass. Come on. It's gonna be a pretty short episode today, guys. Sorry about this. But it's just the way it's gonna have to pan out, because plane missions really don't take that long, especially with the parts that we're using. We don't exactly have the most luxurious parts, and planes are expensive. Apparently, I learned that today. Planes are hideously expensive. This costs as much as an orbiter right now, which gives me the idea that a SSTO would be extremely expensive. However, that is going to have to be something to look forward to in the future, because of just the versatility. Because basically you can recover every part, it's just fuel that we're losing. And we can in fact just refuel craft using a refueler that we build, and instead of having to, take it back. So all ideas, however, we have reached the monolith. Let's see what a surface sample will do. You took a sample of the soil. Oh, Oh, I see. The darkened bar means that it's a decreased value, I think. Okay. EVA report. Sure. Plant a flag. Plant a flag here. Saying, I don't know what that creature is. Yeah, let's see. Don't look. It will eat you. No one really knows. Oh god. Yeah, see, I can't type when I'm speaking. What this thing actually is. It might be food. I'm really hungry. There. Dun-dun. So, that's pretty much all I had planned for today. Remember to comment in a name for that plane, because I'm pretty sure we will be seeing it in the future. Please don't get mad at me and my stupid placement of flags. And let's get a good picture up here next to the monolith. In fact. Oh yes. It does eat them. Oh no, he's being eaten alive. No, he's fine. Let's just have his head sticking out here. Look, it's the new compact version of Kerbol. Now only half as thick as before. Boom. Okay, so once again, I've been Michael Stoll, or Turtle13King. Hope you've been enjoying KSP Career Mode, and I will see you guys next time.